For decades, the media has been fueling the false belief that alcohol represents happiness and relaxation. Alcohol has been portrayed as a necessary social lubricant, a reward for a hard day's work. We've heard the old adage about a glass of red wine being good for the heart. But what if the entire narrative was dangerously incomplete? Well, on January 6, 2025, a news from the United States Surgeon General Multac Velvet changed everything. In the landmark announcement that didn't get the media attention it deserved, the U.S. Surgeon General stated unequivocally, "There is no safe amount of alcohol consumption when it comes to cancer risk." Let me repeat that. According to the top doctor in the United States, your risk of developing cancer increases with a single drink. This isn't about being an alcoholic. This isn't about binge drinking on the weekends only. This is about that one beer after work, that glass of champagne at a wedding, that casual cocktail on a date. Every single drop carries a risk. In this video, we are going to tell you the truth the multi-million-dollar companies have tried so hard to hide from you. We are going to dismantle the myth of moderate drinking. We will explain why you should avoid alcohol at all cost. We will uncover the direct, undeniable links between its consumption and at least 7 different types of cancer. This isn't a lecture on morality. This is a science-based briefing on survival. Stay with us. First, let's establish a fundamental fact that the alcohol industry has been hiding from you. In 1988, the International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC, which is part of the World Health Organization, classified alcoholic beverages as a Group 1 carcinogen. Group 1 stands for the highest risk category. It means the evidence is conclusive that the substance causes cancer in humans. Alcohol sits in the same category as asbestos, plutonium, and tobacco. We would never casually consume a moderate amount of asbestos. Yet, we do so with alcohol because its dangers have been normalized and marketed and commercial with the word, "drink responsibly." But how does alcohol cause cancer? When you consume alcohol, your body breaks it down. The primary agent is a chemical called acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde is a toxic chemical and a known human carcinogen. It damages your DNA, preventing your cells from repairing this damage. Damaged DNA is the first step on the path to cancer. Acetaldehyde also causes your liver cells to grow faster than normal. This rapid, uncontrolled replication can also lead to cancerous changes. Furthermore, alcohol slows down your body's ability to absorb essential nutrients like folate, a vitamin that is crucial for healthy cell division. It also increases the levels of certain hormones, like estrogen, which is linked to breast cancer. And on top of all this, it acts as a solvent, helping other carcinogens, like those in tobacco smoke, to penetrate the cells lining your mouth and throat more easily. The evidence is strongest for these 7. Let's break them down one by one. 1. Breast cancer. This is one of the most significant risks, especially for women. Studies show that even 1 drink per day can increase the risk of pre- and post-menopausal breast cancer. Alcohol increases estrogen levels, and it's the acetaldehyde damage at work. For women, understanding this link is critical. The increased risk is estimated to be between 7 to 16% for each daily drink. 2. Colorectal cancer. The colon and rectum are in direct contact with the alcohol you consume. Acetaldehyde is produced by bacteria in the colon and directly damages the lining of these organs. Regular drinkers have a significantly higher risk of developing polyps, which can turn into cancer. 3. Mouth and throat cancer, oral and pharyngeal. As the first tissues alcohol touches, the cells of the mouth, throat, and voice box are bathed in this carcinogen. The risk is massively compounded by smoking, but alcohol alone is a potent driver. It causes chronic irritation and direct genetic damage to these sensitive tissues. 4. Esophageal cancer. Similar to the throat, the esophagus is a direct pipeline for alcohol. The risk is particularly high for a specific type called esophageal squamous cell carcinoma. The cells here are highly vulnerable to the toxic effects of acetaldehyde. 5. Liver cancer. The liver is your body's primary processing plant for alcohol. It bears the brunt of the damage. The path often starts with fatty liver, progresses to inflammation, hepatitis, then scarring, cirrhosis, and finally, in a significant number of cases, to liver cancer. Alcohol is one of the leading causes of liver cancer worldwide. 6. Larynx, voice box cancer. The mechanism here is similar to mouth and throat cancer. The vapors from alcohol come into direct contact with the larynx, causing cellular damage over time. 7. Stomach cancer. Emerging evidence also points to a link with stomach cancer. The irritation and the metabolic byproducts of alcohol are believed to play a role. It's important to note that for some of these cancers, the risk isn't just a little higher. For head and neck cancers, heavy drinkers can have a risk that is 5 times higher than non-drinkers. This is not a trivial increase. Now, I can already hear the objections. But what about the French paradox? What about resveratrol in red wine? What about everything in moderation? Let's tackle these head-on. The French paradox, the observation that the French have low rates of heart disease despite a rich diet, has been largely debunked by better science. More recent studies show that any potential minor cardiovascular benefit from alcohol is far, far outweighed by its cancer risk. It's like trying to put out a fire with a water pistol while dousing it with gasoline. As for resveratrol, the amount you would need to get any benefit is equivalent to drinking hundreds of bottles of wine a day. It's a complete red herring, a marketing tool. And finally, moderation. This is the most dangerous word in this discussion. The Surgeon General's warning makes it clear. The concept of a safe or moderate level for cancer does not exist. The risk curve starts at 0 and goes up from your very first drink. Moderation is a relative term that lulls us into a false sense of security about a Group 1 carcinogen. We don't advise moderate asbestos exposure. We advise avoidance. Understanding the science is one thing. Navigating a world saturated with alcohol is another. We are pressured to drink at every turn. Business meetings, family gatherings, sports events, even on airplanes. Saying no can feel awkward. But I want you to reframe that no. When you decline a drink, you are not being antisocial or judgmental. You are making a powerful, conscious health decision. Your no thank you is a declaration of self-respect. The good news is that your body is incredibly resilient. When you stop drinking, your body begins to repair itself almost immediately. Your hydration improves, your sleep quality skyrockets, your liver begins to heal, and with every day that passes, you are actively lowering your risk of these cancers. This is a clear message from the highest levels of public health in the world. Alcohol is a toxic, carcinogenic substance. There is no safe amount. The choice to drink is a choice to accept an increased risk of cancer. This isn't about fear-mongering. This is about empowerment through information. You now have the knowledge that millions are still unaware of. You have the power to make a different choice. The most crucial thing you can do for your health today might be to simply put down the alcohol glass and ask for a bottle of water. Your future self will thank you for it. Thank you for watching. If this information was valuable, please share it with someone you care about. The conversation needs to change.